Hello, and welcome to the season 2 finale of Sofia by Night, our Vampire the Masquerade chronicle set in the dark ages of Bulgaria. My name is Bolthra. I'm your storyteller, and once again, I'm joined by my two favorite players, my only two players, but they're my two favorites. So we have first Jen, who plays Iskra.
Hello.
And we have Matt, who plays Praetor.
Howdy.
And before we get started, I'm gonna ask them a character about their characters. Is there anything their characters miss from their breathing days or before they became vampires?
Blowing out candles.
Blowing out candles? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And for Praetor?
Praetor would probably say like he has a lot of intrigue in his life now, and he wishes that were gone. he wishes life were simpler, you know.
Righty. Previously on Sofia by Night. In our last episode, the coterie went to the Thick Sheep, hoping to find the infamous figure known as the Greek. Iskra and Hildegard waited outside with an increasingly odd-acting Stefan. Inside, Praetor sat at the bar and observed a man who fit the description of the Greek. A stranger slid up next to him, revealing himself to be Turval. Praetor's sire taunted him a bit, seemingly unconcerned with being reported to the prince. In fact, he claimed to have something that might even redeem him, or perhaps shift the blame off him. As quickly as he had arrived, the Nosferatu departed silently. The coterie then chose to speak to Raya, the Nosferatu clan elder, about the sighting of Turval. Inadvertently, they mentioned Matthias, a person unknown to the elder. She was displeased with this news, and made two demands upon the characters. Your coterie will appear before the Council of Dust 2 nights from now. You will go to Duprev Keep 3 hours after dusk. You will bring this Matthias to us, alive. You will also provide detailed information regarding this Greek and his knowledge of our kind. It would be unwise to be late. Returning to the Thick Sheep, the coterie entered and had an almost pleasant conversation with the Greek, now known as Demetrius. Matthias, poor soul, sought meaning in his life. I merely inspired him. He has been given a purpose, something he sorely lacked. Your interference in my dealings cost me, so I merely returned the favor. And now we begin episode 8. And I believe Iskra wanted to have a conversation with someone.
Yes, if Stefan is around, because he sort of took off somewhere. Yeah, I want to know why he's acting so strange.
When you've risen for the evening, he's not around, and none of the other servants in your domicile seem to have known him. He doesn't seem to be spending a whole lot of time there anymore, even though he's bound to you.
Right.
He just hasn't seemed to have been around much lately.
I wonder where he's gone. Maybe he's following around the militia. I don't know why, but I'll go looking.
Okay. And we switch back over to Praetor. You have risen for the evening.
And we are. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I actually want to have you make a rouse check, please.
Okay. Rouse. There it is on the character sheet.
And
That's a 2, so that's
and
probably no.
and you are a bit peckish. Your hunger has risen
Yeah.
by 1. And
Yes.
I'm going to do the same for Iskra.
Hmm.
And she wouldn't mind a bite either.
Okay.
I was at 0, so it went to 1.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it means no successes. So,
Okay. All right. No, just
all right.
making sure it read the same thing. So.
Okay.
All right.
You get up and you actually run into Iskra as she's preparing to go out for the evening.
Hmm.
Okay.
Have you seen Stefan? I can't
No.
find him. He's disappeared
Sorry.
somewhere, so I'm gonna go looking for him because he was acting so strange. Something's wrong.
Is this
And
the same night we're supposed to go meet or
no,
collect?
It's tomorrow.
no,
Collect, yes.
yeah, you
Collect,
actually,
yes, but
yes, you actually, tomorrow night you are supposed to go to the keep.
okay. And
So
when were we planning to collect Matthias? Was that
this
tonight or tomorrow?
Tonight,
this
Tonight.
evening,
Okay.
if
yeah,
possible.
you
Okay.
Yeah.
So we
yeah,
want to keep him for a day.
yes, exactly. I mean,
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
you could try to cram it all into one night, but you're supposed to be there
Nah.
3 hours after dusk. So
Yeah. No. Let's not. We don't want to waste. We don't want to chance that. I should say,
Hmm.
and have that be any possibility. So, all right. Yeah. Then. All right. Um, do you want my help finding Stefan, or should I? My intention was to try to trail Matthias for as much as possible without being seen.
Oh, that might be a good idea. That would give us a head start, I think, for tonight. But
Hildegard has risen as
mhm.
well. So
Okay.
what's the plan for tonight? We're going to look for our young friend. Or actually, he'd be
Ye-
technically older than her. So
Oh yeah, he's well. He's not. That this gets weird when you're a vampire,
yes,
but you're a
yes,
teenager.
yeah,
Just
exactly.
what are we now? I don't know. Okay, so yeah. I mean, we could follow him around for a while.
Oh, but you need to find Stefan.
I do need to find him. I don't know what happened.
Well, why don't you take
So
care of that? And why
okay.
don't we check back in? We have all night to try to catch Matthias, as
Hmm.
far as I'm concerned.
Yes.
So if you don't need my help with Stefan, I will simply trail Matthias.
Yeah, do that because then that'll cut down on trying to find him later on after I
Yes.
find Stefan. I'll just join you later, I guess.
Okay. Well, I will, if need be, I will try to find you.
Okay.
So you're going to split the party?
Mm-hmm.
All
Well, when
right.
it's two, it's not usually that detrimental.
Yeah, it's not that
I'm
many.
sorry, I couldn't resist. So,
Yeah.
okay. All right. So, why don't we start first with Praetor?
Okay.
So you head to the area around Nightshade, kind of the place of ne'er do wells in the city. Um, when you get down, you don't immediately see his posse
Okay.
out wandering around. You do take a stroll past Nightshade, and you notice that there's no lights on tonight. The
Okay.
pre,
Well,
pre,
we had asked,
mhm,
what's his name,
mhm.
to curtail his activities. Plus, he was looking at moving uptown anyway.
Yes, yes,
So it being shut down for the night isn't that huge a deal. I sort of expect it. Like, okay, he's taking our advice under advisement and
hmm
following through, which is
hmm
good.
So yeah, so far that he seems to have agreed with you there. I would
Okay.
like to have you make and let's get our dicing rolling here. Um,
Oops.
let's make a wits and awareness roll. It is going to be a difficulty 4.
Already on difficulty 4, so we're going to do wits. And I have to find my awareness. There it is. That's the black dot, right?
Yeah, and you just drag that over.
Oh, yay. It worked, I think.
Okay, got 2 successes. Um, you hear something stirring in the from a nearby alley. You just like a rustling sound.
I'll investigate.
Okay. You go over.
Yep.
It's very dark in the alley, but you're able to see very keenly. Um, and as you approach, a group of rats rush out from behind a box and run past you. Like they don't jump on you; they just like scurry past your feet.
Okay.
And then,
I'm my clan is used to rats, so
mhm, okay.
it doesn't
And
bother me none.
and they seem quite they seem like they're actually going somewhere. Like they weren't as much scared by you as they were on the move.
Hmm. That's unusual. I'll try to follow them, see
Okay.
what's going on.
Okay.
I don't know if I'll be able to, but we'll give it a shot.
Okay. And um, you try to keep up. It's challenging to keep up with them because as they get out in the street, then they kind of split off and go different directions. Um, there's a group of three that kind of go one way. Two go another. I mean, it's a shitload of them. So you have your choice of you could go, basically you can go straight, left, or right.
I will try to keep with the largest group of the rats.
Okay. All right. Let's make a dexterity and athletics roll so that because you at this point you're almost going to have to like jump past things,
Yep.
sprint. It's going to be
What difficulty?
it's going to be a difficulty 5
5. Oh,
to
and I have
keep
a
up
5.
to keep
Okay.
up with them.
All right. I'm good on athletics, but not so great on dexterity. So let's see what we got.
Uh,
2?
yes, you did
2
all right.
successes.
Yeah, um, you you do manage to keep up with the group. They start heading really far away from Nightshade, almost heading towards back towards the better part of town. And as you're following them, you do come across the group of young neighborhood watch folks, and
Okay.
you do see Matthias. The rats, as they get towards him, they kind of turn off like they saw something and then they go scattering to the side.
All right. Well, Matthias is my main goal. The
Mhm.
rats are intriguing because it's unusual behavior, but Matthias is my major objective for the evening. So
Okay.
I'm going to ignore the rats and pretty much go as best stealth mode as possible,
Okay.
um, and keep with Matthias's group, or but if he goes off by himself, or
Hmm.
if he wherever he goes, I go
Okay.
basically.
Okay. I want to have you, since you kind of stumbled out into the street near him, just kind of running along, I want to have you make a composure and stealth roll so that
Okay.
you don't look like you
Oop,
just totally.
that's wrong. I did that wrong. Sorry. Hold on.
That's
I hit the
gotcha.
plus sign.
Gotcha.
That should do it. I got one.
All right. Um, you don't stand out like a total sore thumb. You didn't,
Hmm.
fart in public or something like that. Let everyone know you were there. But you're going to have to really hang back
Okay. I
as
have no problem with that.
they pass. So,
Okay.
okay, it is
I will use. If I have to, I will use my obfuscate
okay.
to conceal myself. Like I'll stand still
Mhm.
using the obfuscate and then wait till they pass.
Okay. Yeah, let's actually try that
Yeah, let me
because I
see. I'm
want to
trying
make
to get
sure
to
that
my. Where is
you're
it?
using
Cloak of Shadows.
Cloak of
I think that's
Shadows.
what
Okay.
that is.
Yep.
Yeah, I think that's what that is. I can get that to open.
And I think you can drag the icon over to roll it, I believe.
No, it didn't do anything. I
No.
don't know the Cloak of Shadows rolls anything. It's just as long as you stay
Oh.
still.
Oh, I think
Yeah,
you click the plus on it and then let's see.
maybe.
No. Okay. All right. Well, let's just old school and read it. Just see what it says here.
So, as long as the user emits no overpowering odors and no sound louder than a whisper, this power automatically works. Only
Okay.
if the observer has their attention drawn to the user can they make a detection roll.
Okay.
Seeing the unseen can also penetrate it. But this is a level 2? Yeah, I'm level 2.
Okay. Okay.
So
You
it's,
you sh- you should be fine because they weren't really looking in your direction. So,
yeah, but it says it requires a rouse check, I think.
I'm gonna skip the rouse check for now,
Okay.
because you did do the stealth roll.
Okay.
So I'm gonna forego that for this. So you're good on this one. So okay.
Okay. That's fine.
So you are silent presence following them. So okay.
Yes. As long as I don't make any noise or odors, which I think is funny. The original Praetor would have made odors. So
Pardon the pus, right?
yes, pardon the fuss. Uh,
Okay.
I lost his character sheet. There we go. All right. Yeah. So we'll continue to follow Matthias.
Okay. It is a group of tonight. There's five of them. There's Matthias and the two brothers and actually two other guys you don't recognize. So it looks like he's continuing to recruit new people.
Well, that'll change.
Yep. Okay. So we are going to actually switch back over to Iskra then. Was she going to take Hildegard with her, or
Hildegard can come with if she wants.
okay?
I don't know what else she might want
Okay.
to do.
No,
But
that's fine.
yeah.
Okay. So when you head out on the streets, um, what's funny is you don't know a lot about Stefan as much as he's been around you a lot. You kind of
Right,
don't
right.
know, does he have a personal life? Does he have somewhere he goes? Um, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have you roll
Mm-hmm.
and this is where the storyteller looks to see if he can figure out what you're gonna roll. So I talk really slow and make it stretch out. Um, I'm gonna have you roll a intelligence and insight to see if maybe you can remember anything about Stefan. Maybe something he might have mentioned in the past, something somewhere he liked to go, or
Okay.
uh, okay, you got one success. Um, You do remember that he had originally been part of a group who had protected the building that was Nightshade. Um, that's actually where you guys ran into him first because
Right.
he had
Right.
actually shot um, at Claudio with his
He did.
crossbow.
Ruined
Um,
his clothing, yes.
yeah, so
Mm-hmm.
he had originally lived at Nightshade. Um,
Maybe he went back.
Hildegard just shrugs. She goes, I guess. I mean, again, he's never said anything about having any family, or we just kind of don't know where he came from. We just sort of
Yeah. Well,
grabbed
I
him
mean,
and
he was the only one that survived after we were
yeah,
defending the building, so
yeah.
maybe it's good I had him sit on the roof. I don't know. Um, yeah. Well, let's go over to Nightshade and see. Maybe he's helping Claudio for some reason. I don't know.
Okay. Okay. You when you guys make your way towards Nightshade, you do not run into Matthias's group. Um,
Okay.
apparently, you went down one street, he went another. But on that chance, you did not run into him.
Mm-hmm.
As you get closer to Nightshade, though, I'm going to actually have you make a similar roll
Okay.
that Matt did. So I believe
Mm-hmm.
that was
I forgot. I already forgot
Wits
what
and
it was.
awareness, I think,
Okay.
is what
Yeah,
we
do
had
that.
Matt roll.
Mm-hmm.
And do that. Okay, two successes. You guys are rolling pretty good tonight.
Wow. Okay.
Um, you also hear kind of uh, from the alley that's kind of on the side of
Mm-hmm.
Nightshade. You also hear kind of a rustling noise, kind of a scratching. Um,
That's strange.
and you're like, well, you can't quite see down the alley that far because it sounds like it's coming from way back, but it's a creepy kind of scratch. Like if you've ever heard like a tree branch that scratches against a window in the
Yeah.
wind, like that kind of noise.
I wonder what's down there. I'm gonna
Hildegard.
try to stealth in if I
Okay.
can, and
Okay.
Hildegard can do as she likes.
Yep. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
She's actually fairly stealthful. So we're gonna have you, and you are very stealthful. You are the knight.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to have you just for laughs, we're gonna roll it just to see what you get. We're
Okay.
gonna have you do a Dex and Stealth roll.
Okay.
Yes, you have 4 successes. You are the knight. Um, you, you put Nosferatu to shame. Um,
Oh my gosh.
So you're creeping down the alley. The
Mhm.
noise continues as it gets louder, or it gets louder as you approach.
Mhm.
And you get to the back of the building, and you do find Stefan, and he's kind of just tapping his fingers on the window, like scratching his fingers on the back wall, the stone. So his fingertips are bloody, but he's like been scratching, like he's almost trying to like paw his way through, and he doesn't seem to have noticed you.
I'm gonna go over to him and Stefan, what are you doing?
And he kind of looks at you. He's like, "Mistress, where am I?"
I think you're well, we're at Nightshade outside. No one's in there, it seems. It's like all dark. But what happened to your hand?
I, I, and he looks down there, bloody, and he's like, and he sees the blood smears on the wall. He's like, I, I don't know. I was, I was preparing your evening bath, and then I was here, and I, I don't recall.
I don't like that at all. You have no idea who's has
Hildegard,
this happened to you before? I mean,
he's he's like, I don't think so.
hmm.
Hildegard kind of makes a face, kind of like, hmm.
What are you thinking, Hildegard? You got that look again.
And she's going. So he and she goes, Stefan, go over there while the grown-ups talk. And ironically, he looks older than you guys.
And is.
And he kind of just stumbles away, and he's just kind of sitting there looking at his fingers. She's like, I don't know. He's been acting really weird, and
Yeah,
now
he
he's sud-
has.
and now
This
he's
is very weird.
and now he suddenly has this amnesia, like he can't remember like where he's been.
Somebody get in his head. Like, I know you can do that.
Hmm.
And Claudio can do that. And whoever Claudio's sire is can do
Hmm.
that. But I don't know what to do.
Do we? I don't know. I mean, do we? Well, wait. She kind of takes back. Well, he's yours. I can't really say anything
Yeah,
about something that's
yeah.
yours.
Right, right. I'm gonna go talk to him and see if I can fix something, I guess. So I go walking off to wherever
Okay.
he's gone
Okay.
to after being ordered. You know?
He looks. He comes back over to you, and he's he looks like a lost puppy look. He's just like, I don't
Oh
know
no.
what's. I don't remember. I don't remember leaving.
Okay. So you were at home essentially,
Yes, I was.
and then left from there.
I was preparing your evening bath.
Okay. And that's the point where your memory's gone.
Yes.
So somebody there did something. I'll be bothering the staff later on, see what they know. But for now,
Hildegard taps you on your shoulder. Goes,
hmm?
do you take a bath every evening?
No, not every evening, but sometimes.
And she kind of goes, mm-hmm.
Okay, what? What am I missing, Hildegard?
I think he's full of shit.
Why? Why do you think that?
Something's wrong with him.
Well, yes, but I don't know. I think somebody's been messing with him.
She's she kind of seems like she's kind of running out of patience with him. She's like, either be done with him or just keep him back. That he just seems like a risk to us.
Uh,
And Stefan kind of speaks up. He's like, I'm not a risk. I just don't quite remember what happened. Please, I'll do better next time.
I don't think you caused this. but when's the last time you were fed? How long have we been?
It's probably been several days.
Okay, let's try that and see if that helps.
Okay. So he kind of lights up like a little kid. And yeah, you
She slits her wrist with one of her
okay,
fangs and
okay.
holds it up to his mouth until that's
And he
sufficient.
drinks, and I'm gonna have you make a roll to see if you notice something.
Okay.
I'm gonna do another wits and awareness then,
hmm
because I want to see if you notice something. Holy crow! You got 4 successes. All right,
Wow.
you're rolling good tonight.
I guess so.
Okay, when he is feeding from you, you notice he kind of
hmm
glances up at Hildegard, and he kind of gives her this envious look, like this, like think of Gollum in Lord of the
Oh
Rings
wow.
when he kind of gives those shit-eating grins to Sam.
Uh huh.
It's kind of that kind of look.
That's never happened before.
No. So, and when you feel like you've had and he's had enough, you kind of just
hmm
shake him off your wrist,
Right. Right.
and he kind of staggers back. He just kind of wipes his mouth, and he's like, "Will will you be needing me the rest of the evening? I feel different now. Perhaps I just need to rest."
Maybe. Um. I wish I knew what was wrong though. Like what caused it, and that was an awfully strange look you gave Hildegard though.
What? Gave what? I if I offended, I don't know what I did, ma'am.
I'm not offended. I don't know if she was, but there's a strange look.
She's yeah, she's kind of like ready to ready to slap him, but he's yours. So
Right.
she is
hmm
not going to touch him unless unless absolutely provoked.
Right. Yeah. If I
Let's
send you back home and someone has been messing with you there,
hmm
whatever you went through might happen again.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
If you're with me, I can prevent that.
Okay.
Hopefully.
Hildegard
That said,
Hildegard
we are about to do something very unethical, so just be prepared.
Hildegard grabs what looks like the filthiest rag that you could find in the
hmm
alley and tosses it at him and says, "Clean up your fingers. You're disgusting."
It's not his
And
fault. He
and
didn't know
and
what he was doing.
and she's like, "Whatever. Come on, let's go." You notice she's becoming more Ventrue
Yes.
as the nights pass.
It's yeah, that's a thing.
Yes. Okay. So then the three of you leave the alley. Um,
hmm
you as you head back out, you now do find Matthias's group. They've kind of been doing kind of a quick circuit through the
hmm
neighborhood. Praetor, I want to have you wits and awareness to see if you spot Iskra and Hildegard and Matthias.
Wits, I think.
Yep.
Difficulty?
4 is good.
Okay. Figuring out how to do this finally. Ooh.
Messy critical. Okay. You
What does that
can
mean?
that means you'd like basically like a crit. Like
Oh, okay.
I mean
Wow.
like to the point that you spotted them across the street. You can see the veins, you can see the arteries in Stefan's neck throbbing with excitement. I mean you are cute, you are locked into them. Um,
Gotcha.
so I think, and actually, it looks like you actually rolled potence in there too, because it's
Oh, was it?
you rolled awareness and potence.
Oh, whoops, my bad.
It doesn't matter. It's good for the story.
Okay.
It's good for the
Yeah.
story. So yeah, you're locked in.
Okay.
But they probably are not going to spot you
You know what? I have.
unless you reveal
It's a.
yourself.
I won't right away because I want to see what's going on.
Okay.
I want to stay hidden for the time being, since I have them in my sights, I'll just continue to follow them since they're also seeming. Well, they've seen Matthias.
Hmm.
I'm waiting to see what they do at
Okay.
this point.
Okay.
We're supposed to go after him, but we need to get him. We need to get him separated from this group.
Right. Okay. So then
Yep.
that goes back to the girls and their friend. So now they spot the group, and Hildegard
Hmm.
goes, "There they are."
Okay. I'm gonna try to isolate them. So
Okay.
just play along.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
And
And
Stefan comes trotting up with you. Do you want me with you?
you're our cousin. You're visiting again. Sure.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Just follow me. And I go over closer to the group and wave at Matthias.
Okay. They stop. One of the guys is carrying a torch. It's very prominent and lit.
Mm,
Um, Hildegard takes a step back, kind of like fire. That's too close.
mm,
You're okay for the moment. Matthias looks at me and says, "I remember you. You were the sisters
yes, that's right.
that we ran into." And of the other four guys, one of them again is the two greasy brothers,
Okay.
and the other two guys you don't recognize. They look like they're new. They're much stronger looking, and they actually look a
Hmm.
whole lot smarter than the usual guys who trot along with Matthias. Um, so Matthias, he's greeted you. He's like, "What business have you ladies out on in the evening? It's not safe in this neighborhood."
Well, we know, but we thought we'd, our cousin is visiting again, and we just wanted to see, it looks like you've improved. At least the people around you, they seem very fit.
As uh,
So
yep.
we just wanted to see what you do and if it's changed, and we're just very interested in that sort of thing. We don't have a lot to do, so
Are there no social media in these days? No. Is there no TikTok? No. Anyway, well, he kind of shrugs his shoulder, and the guys laugh, and they're like, "Well, this is not woman's work. Uh, we could take your cousin. He seems a bit odd to us, but
Hmm.
but why would we endanger young ladies?"
Well, if there's a few of you, we wouldn't be in any danger, would we?
Very well. And he waves you guys over. The torch guy
Okay.
kind of steps back. I'm gonna have you make a composure, and you don't have any performance. That wouldn't be nice.
Mm-mm.
I'm going to be fair on this one. Let's actually have you do a composure and etiquette, to make sure you don't just go like ah. So
Yeah, yeah.
okay,
Uh-huh.
so that's gonna really just be this, just to see. Oh,
Fail.
yeah. Well,
Okay.
actually, no. You got one success.
Okay.
On two dice, you got one success. You did all right. Um, you managed to slip past the guy with the torch.
Okay.
And as you get closer to Matthias, he has a large crucifix on across his chest.
Oh no.
So we're doing another roll, and it's going to be much
Oh
harder
yeah.
because for some reason you don't like crucifixes.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So you got three successes.
Dang.
I did.
You got three successes. You were a baller. All
Okay.
right. All right.
Oh my gosh.
You managed to slide right next to him, and the sign of the cross has not bothered you. Okay. And he says, "So follow me, ladies." And the group
All
of
right.
now eight begins strolling down the street. We're going to switch back to Praetor, who has now noticed all of this.
I will again follow, keeping up. I want to stay hidden,
Okay.
basically, just to make sure that nobody spots me
Mhm.
until it's such time that we can get Matthias alone.
Okay.
At this point. So I'm just going to stick to the shadows, keeping along with wherever Matthias goes. I'm assuming that Iskra is trying to get him isolated, which was
Yep.
part of the plan.
Gonna try.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Do you make conversation, Iskra? What do you want to do?
Oh my gosh.
You're a big, strong man of Christ. So
No, that's not her at all. That would be very, very obvious and like something was up, you know?
But does he know
Yeah.
that?
Oh, yeah, he might not. I don't know. Yeah, she's been playing like this ditzy person for a while, so yeah. Hey, whatever happened with that? I think some of your men called it a brothel. Is that still running? Did you take care of it?
He sneers and he says, I am told that it was not open this evening.
Oh, that
Perhaps
seems odd.
why would it why? Perhaps goodness and kindness has intervened and chased the agents of Satan away from this neighborhood.
I suppose it's possible.
Do you
Is
doubt
that mainly what? No, I don't doubt at all. I mean, it just seems like it would take some large force with a lot of influence to uh, cause such a dramatic change. That's probably good. Is that what you were intending to stop, or is there other things out here?
was one of it. There are others, we are told, in this neighborhood who are not Christian, and
Oh, I
it is time
see.
for them not it is time for them to leave. This is a Christian city, and those who would practice other faiths need to move away. And Hildegard kind of speaks up. She goes, "Well, I'm told there is a synagogue in town, so apparently not everyone's such an asshole about religion."
Iskra winces.
And Matthias just spins and he says, "We allow them to stay." And he just kind of turns back, and you guys keep walking along.
Hmm.
I am going to do something here. We're gonna do a little experiment here. Okay. Um, there's another rustling sound coming from up the street. It's actually loud enough that it's like a scraping, like a just a god awful racket. And three of Matthias's men just take off in a run, like they're brandishing their homemade maces, and really it's the two smart ones and one of the dumb brothers
Okay.
runs off, so it just leaves Matthias and one of the other dumb brothers with you guys.
Now, is one of the dumb brothers Hildegard's friend?
It is.
Okay. All right.
Hildegard puts a hand on his shoulder and says, What was that noise?" He says, I don't know. I think they're gonna go figure it out." "Well, I think I'd feel safer if you didn't go anywhere and just stayed here with us." He's like, "All right," and kind of bows up like he's Prince Charming or something. Um, Matthias kind of just rolls his eyes, but Stefan seems to sense that maybe he ought to help, because he kind of clears his throat and he's like, "Well, maybe we ought to go look too."
Mm,
And the
go ahead.
no. So he
Okay.
just kind of says that, but he kind of offers that.
Right. Well, how many of them went? Like three?
Three, yeah. So
It
now
might be
it's
enough.
yeah.
They might be sufficient. And
And
then, you know,
and
this
then
group here can go to somewhere else and protect the town. And I smile. It's like a really cheesy smile.
okay.
Hmm.
I'm gonna see. Let's roll a manipulation and Let's roll manipulation and intimidation to see if you can kind of deter him from
Okay.
staying with his men or
Uh-huh.
kind of following on his own. So let's take a look here. Boom. Difficulty 5. You got 3 successes.
Whoa.
Matthias is, you're right. It's probably just some beggar making some noises in the alley. Why don't we go investigate that horrible brothel?
All right. I mean, I don't want to go in, but I'll go with
Oh, of
to the
course.
brothel.
There's no way I would let a lady go near a place like that.
Wow.
Okay. Um, so Hildegard is going to try to slip away with the brother,
Mhm. Okay.
and I'm gonna have her make a roll and see how she does. Okay. She manages to pull the brother Edgar, just kind of pull him by the arm. She's like, hey, I want to go talk to you about something, and just kind of leads him away. So now it is Matthias, Iskra, and Stefan heading towards Nightshade.
Hmm.
I will
Great.
keep up with Stefan and Iskra.
Okay. Okay. That's what I was gonna ask. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
because this looks like it might be our best shot.
Okay. Um, you he kind of quickens his pace a little bit because now, excuse me,
It's got a mission.
yes, yeah,
Yeah.
Matthias kind of has a mission. He's kind of quickening his pace to start heading towards Nightshade.
All right. I'm following along, and I'm assuming Stefan is following along as well.
And he kind of paused a little bit, and then he kind of kept going. Um,
Hmm.
so now you're getting just about up to the alley that you had been in with
Mm-hmm.
Stefan earlier on the
Right.
side
Right.
of Nightshade. Um, uh, they don't have a torch. One of the guys who ran off had the torch, so
Right.
there's no
Right.
torch.
There's
There's no
no.
additional light
Hmm.
as you get towards the alley.
Okay. So, what's your plan, Matthias?
Uh, well, there's no lights on that I can tell.
That's true. It's awfully dark.
Perhaps we could just say a prayer by the door to bless the place.
Okay. Would you lead us in a prayer? I'm sure you're good at it.
And he turns to you, and you get a
Hmm.
big old look at the cross again. So we're gonna do another composure roll, and it's gonna be a little easier this time because
Okay.
you passed the other one. So we're gonna see.
Right.
And you manage to keep a straight face while
Hmm.
he goes into a small prayer.
Okay. So I'm gonna
Um,
like put my hands together, however he's doing it, and just like
mhm,
look down. So I'm not
mhm,
looking at the crucifix, but he doesn't
yep,
know that.
yep.
Yeah.
And then across your feet from the street come another swarm of rats. This time, you had not seen a stream of rats like Praetor did, but this time you see a stream of rats come running through. And he kind of
Oh.
Stefan kind of yelps, Matthias yelps equally, like, "Oh, disgusting!"
Well,
And
I
it,
told you there was a plague of rats.
you did. This can only
Hmm.
mean this can only mean that something evil has stirred them about.
I don't know much about rats.
And he's kind of looking around. Um, Praetor,
Hmm.
I would like to have you make a stealth roll because he Matthias seems very agitated all of a sudden. I want to have you make a dex and stealth roll, please. And that'll be a difficulty 4. I want to make sure that he somehow doesn't manage to spot you. Uh,
Oh. Who?
yeah, no, you're okay. Okay. Um, so you remain hidden. Um, Matthias is just really just incensed now that something is wrong. That these beasts are crawling around. He kind of goes stomping off from you. kind of leaves the
Where?
group. He's kind of heading back the way you guys came.
Okay. Maybe Praetor's in that direction.
He
I
is
probably
heading in
can't see
Praetor's
him.
direction, yes.
Okay. Okay, good. I'll follow, but slowly.
Stefan kind of just starts jogging past you, kind of
What?
running towards Matthias.
Uh, okay. I'll move a little quicker, but I'm not going to run.
Okay. Praetor, you noticed that Stefan now is kind of jogging um,
Matthias.
after Matthias, and you kind of catch a look in his eyes, kind of like this intense look on his face. Iskra couldn't see this because his back was to her.
On whose face? Stefan's or?
On Stefan's face. Like as he's
Okay.
jogging after Matthias, he's got this intense look on his face. Like you haven't seen this guy look focused or confident before. Again, kind of going back to the which you didn't see the Gollum look.
Right.
I know he's her servant,
Hmm.
and our mission is to catch him,
Hmm.
to secure him, if it were. So he may be a little overzealous. Um,
I never
they
told
still
him
haven't.
what it was, so.
Yeah, but I don't know that.
You don't know that. I could have told him. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you could have told him why we were separated. So
Right,
at this
right.
point, I'm assuming that he's working the Matthias angle that we're all trying, that the three of us are trying to work. Uh, Basically, are we still somewhat out in the open, or are we still kind of like I'm hidden, but Matthias is approaching it in an area
Yeah,
where
yeah.
he
There,
could be seen?
he can be seen. Yes. Yeah.
Okay, then I want to wait.
Okay.
Because I want to get him somewhere like a dark alley or whatever where nobody's going to look.
Okay.
Um, as best as we can, depending on which way he heads. Um, so I'm going to keep following. I'm going to follow them both.
Yeah.
If they go past my position, I will wait till
Gotcha.
they till they go past it, and then I don't want to intercept him yet because he's in the open. I want
Gotcha.
to catch him somewhere where he's like, "Oh crud, I'm down a dead end. Whoops."
Gotcha. You see Stefan pull something from his pocket. It looks like a knife, and he's raising it as he runs after Matthias.
That's not. Now
Oh,
that's
no.
a problem.
Iskra. Now you see a knife.
Okay, I'm going to
Okay.
start running towards them.
Okay.
I will
And I'm
move
going to
to
yell.
intercept
I'm going
Stefan.
to yell Stefan's name.
Okay. Stefan hears his name and stops, like on a dime, with the knife in his hand. Um, Praetor, you see him stop, and then Matthias stops and turns around, and now sees this
This
guy
is terrible.
frozen in the air, holding a knife.
Did I catch up yet?
Yeah, you catch up, and you could grab Stefan if you wanted to. Praetor, you're kind of now you're coming right behind Matthias, who is now turned around and is now facing the other direction.
So I have him. This could be the distraction.
This could be distraction.
So I'm going to basically try to move toward Matthias
Hmm.
and use a gag that I believe I was going to try to have handy,
Okay.
um, and get it around his mouth.
Okay. Make
Matthias, that
okay.
is.
Make a let's just do a brawl, a Dex and brawl roll, and it's gonna be a 5.
Is it 3? It's 3.
Yeah. Yep. Yep. Okay.
Okay.
So yeah. So you grab him, and you manage to jam the gag into his mouth. Um,
Okay.
he instantly starts like trying to fight you, and he's actually
Yeah.
much stronger than you would expect a normal man would be, but he seems to be all kind of jacked up on Jesus. So he's
Well, at this point, I want to drag him someplace dark and shadowy,
okay.
away from the public, out of any potential public view.
Okay.
So
Um, Iskra, as you get to Stefan,
Stefan? Uh-huh.
you hear him mutter, "No, for the master."
What are you doing?
And he spins and he looks at you, he goes, And he has this look on his face, like, again, like, I don't remember what I'm doing. And he looks at,
Okay, give me the knife.
and he kind of just hands it over, and he's like,
Where did you get this?
I don't know. All I know is when I saw the man running away, something said, kill him. Am I losing my mind, mistress?
I don't know. I think someone's messing with you, but I don't know who.
Up the street, as Praetor is starting to drag
Mm-hmm.
Matthias away, you hear a man
Mm-hmm.
shout, "Hey, get off my friend!"
Oh,
And the three friends are coming back, uh, one bearing the torch, and they start running down the street.
this is not good at all. Okay, I don't know where Hildegard is. Uh,
Stefan
I don't know
mumbles,
what to do.
Ma'am, should I defend you?"
I don't think they're coming for me, but here. No, I can't give you a knife now.
But everyone else is
Uh,
having fun with knives. So
or torches. Um, uh, okay, I'm just gonna try to cause trouble, and I start running towards the guys to
Okay.
intercept.
All
Hopefully,
right. You're
yeah,
gonna do your Bruja thing?
maybe.
Okay. Um, you start running towards them with intent.
Hmm. Hmm.
You still got the knife in your hand, or did you put it away?
I'm sure I have a pocket or something.
Okay. Okay. So you start running towards them. Um, they they kind of notice that you kind of look very angry running towards them. They kind of start to back up. Um,
Oh wow, yeah.
and I'm gonna have you make a. You want to try to intimidate them?
Sure.
Okay, let's do a manipulation and intimidation roll. It's going to be a little more challenging because there's
How
three
many?
three of them,
Oof.
but
Okay.
we're gonna have you do it here. You got one success. Um,
Okay.
there are. Let's see what disciplines you have because you might be able to use your vampire powers. No, you've got celerity and potence. Um,
Yeah.
so you kind of gave them pause. They're not. They've kind of stopped in the street. Stefan is running up behind you, running with
Okay.
his arms akimbo, like he wants
Okay.
to jump in a fight. Um,
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Praetor, back over to the alley where you
Oh
have your new
God.
friend. That he's struggling, but you're kind of holding him tight.
Okay.
You're kind of dragging him back. You've heard this shout, and you saw Iskra take off running towards whoever had shouted. So
Okay.
before you kind of
Uh,
peel back into the alley. So
yeah. I want to get him unconscious if possible, to get him to stop struggling.
okay,
If that means I have to beat him up a little bit, I'm okay with that. But
okay,
I know she wants him conscious, but that
hmm
could be tomorrow. He could
hmm
rest and
hmm
heal up during the
hmm
during the day, as it were.
okay. Are you are you
So
are you going to attempt to cuff him? Yeah,
yes, yes, I will.
obviously pulling your punch, as we used to say in the
Yeah, exactly.
superhero
I don't want
games.
to. I don't want to kill him or not. I don't want to kill him, but I definitely want him unconscious.
Okay,
So,
let's
subdual damage is the old D&D term.
exactly. Um, we're gonna say that's gonna be was a real dice heavy game tonight. But let's do a Dex and Brawl, but real simple. I mean, it's only about a 3 difficulty to basically just kind of like bonk them on the head and just
That's what I'm hoping to do, is just
yeah,
karate chop.
yeah.
One.
Uh, yeah. Okay.
Okay,
It was enough to not hurt him, but you've knocked him out.
good. That's all I wanted.
Okay.
That's all I wanted. I want him unconscious, but not seriously injured, so that he has to spend any time healing.
Okay. And he's laid out on the ground.
All right. I don't want to trust Stefan. Where is Hildegard?
Nobody
Um,
knows.
well, yeah, she was off with the other guy. Um,
Oh,
it
right. She follow? She went
she
with the other team.
yes, yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
Mhm.
right. All right.
yeah.
So, I gotta stay. Yes. Mm, Because I want to. I gotta help. I gotta help Iskra because we can't have these guys coming in and interfering with us. So I'm
Okay.
gonna leave him down. He
Hmm.
should be out.
Hmm.
Um, Worst case is we try to grab him later again. But at this point, I will rush out with my sword.
Hmm.
As I run out, I will draw my
Oh my.
sword and be
Okay.
like, "Leave us now," and try to intimidate them as well.
Okay. I'm gonna have you make an intimidation roll. Let's go with manipulation and intimidation, and it's going to be a difficulty of. We're going to go with 4.
I am not good at this, but we're gonna give it a shot. Oh, there we go.
All right, 3
Nice.
successes.
3 successes
All
out of
right.
3 dice.
All right. They they,
Wow.
they they now see this cloaked figure charging at them with a sword, telling them to leave them alone. Um, they one of the guys, the one of the dumb brothers, he just takes off running. He's just I've had this. I've had enough of this. A crazy lady coming at me, and now this guy with the sword, he takes off. The two smart ones, or you would think the smart ones, they kind of just stand their ground, and they're kind of like, don't tell us what to do.
Okay, I'm gonna
Okay, yeah, I was
go
gonna say
ahead.
switch back to Iskra. So
Yeah, I'm gonna continue playing this off as if I don't know Praetor,
okay,
you know.
okay,
So I'm going to um, back up right in front of these two guys
okay,
and act like I'm terrified. And
okay.
who is that? You don't leave me here. You have to protect us. I don't know what to do.
The one guy puts his hand on your shoulder. He's like, "Don't worry, miss. We'll protect you."
Okay, but don't get hurt either. I mean, that would be terrible, wouldn't it be? I'm
Oh,
trying to distract
yeah.
as much as I can.
And one of the guys like steps in front of you, so now you're like between the two of them. Um, and
While you have the chance,
Oh
he's like, "Who
God.
are you? What are you threatening us for?
just be gone from this place.
What did you do
It
with
is
our
of no York. It is of no concern of yours.
what did you do to our friend?"
He's taking a nice rest. Otherwise, be gone.
Iskra,
Hmm.
I want to have you make a wits and awareness roll,
Okay.
because someone is approaching.
Okay.
Oof, man, you critical success. All right, you just kind of the corner at your peripheral vision, you
Hmm.
see Hildegard creeping up with murderous intent on her face, like she's coming in towards the guy behind you.
Okay.
Praetor, you notice
Hmm.
this as well. You notice Hildegard has arrived, and she's fingers out like she's getting ready to pounce.
Okay.
I'm not going to reveal anything because at this point, I've got their attention. I don't want to
Hmm.
give away her position. I can't.
Okay.
It's too much a tactical advantage for him to not. It's like, no, this is good.
The guy in the front says, "Be gone with you. We don't answer to you. What are the what? It's just one of you and two of us."
I won't warn you again.
Okay. At that, an angry Hildegard jumps on the guy in the back, and she like "Rah!" And she just like screams, grabs the guy. He
That
yells. She jumps on the guy in the back, the guy who's behind uh, Iskra.
behind
Yes,
Iskra.
yeah,
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
and
Yeah.
At that point,
pulls him back.
Yeah. At that point, Praetor will go for a disable type attack, like stab him in
Okay.
the shoulder or leg or something on the other
Okay.
one.
He won't be an adventurer later. So okay.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. He'll take a shot to the knee.
All
Yeah.
right. You using any potence or just
No,
regular?
just regular
Okay.
skill. I mean, he's pretty good with a sword.
Okay.
So
All right. Yeah. I think this might be your first melee roll in a long time. Let's go
yeah.
with Dex plus
Oh.
melee. Let's go with difficulty 4 is good.
Okay. Such a small little dot to make sure I grab it.
Yeah. Okay.
2
Yeah.
successes.
Okay. Yeah. You managed to hit him in the leg. More of a like a striking motion.
Hmm.
Kind of like knocks him off balance. So Iskra, you now see this guy
Hmm.
is starting to fall forward as he's been hit.
Okay.
You want to take a shot at him as he's going down,
Uh.
or will she use restraint?
Oh, I don't know.
I could make a
um.
roll.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm
Let's.
kind of wondering what
Oh,
Hildegard is actually doing to the guy behind me.
I'm gonna make a rouse check for you to see how
Hmm.
because you are a little hungry. Let's see all this
Right.
violence, what it's done to you. You managed to resist and not attack him. Hildegard is
Okay.
just like pounding on the guy's face. She's just you see her like fists are just
Okay.
she doesn't have celerity, but she's just like pounding the guy. Um,
Okay.
and she's like, "Sorry, I'm late."
Yeah, well, you're effective.
Stefan is has kind of just stopped. He's just standing there, um, and he turns around and he
Good.
looks back at where Matthias was left.
Stefan?
Yeah. I'm sorry. Stefan looks back at the alley where Matthias was left.
Yeah, no. Praetor will like
Okay, I got it.
call
You're
his
talking
name,
to
like
him.
say it,
Yeah.
like, hey,
He
knock
does.
it off.
He doesn't respond. He starts walking towards the alley.
I'm gonna grapple him.
Okay. Uh, Dex plus brawl, and
That should work.
yeah. Oh yeah. You should see now you're getting a chance to roll all this stuff finally.
Hmm.
Oh yeah. You grab him in a kind of like a half Nelson,
Something.
and he just starts like waving his arm. He's like I must kill him. I must kill him for the master.
Stefan, look at me.
And he twists
I don't
his
know what's
head.
going on with you. I don't know what's going on with you, but you have to push those voices away. I'm
Hilde,
here with you.
Hildegard comes walking over and she goes, "He's being controlled by someone else."
Yes, but I don't know who. And he
And
doesn't either.
and at your voice, he kind of finally stops and he's kind of like, "What am I doing? Why don't I remember any of this?" And he just starts
Someone's
bawling.
controlling you. It's okay. It's
Uh,
okay. And I kind of hug him and, that whole thing. You're going to be all right.
Praetor will keep his sword and eyes trained on the 2 brute squad.
okay.
We
Uh,
just we just need to find out who's doing this to you. That's all.
Hildegard kind of spins back and she just kind of looks at the guys and she's like, she says in a very commanding voice, she says, "Run away." And we're going to see how she does. They kind of get up and begin to saunter away. Their
Mm.
pride's been hurt, but they're not fleeing in abject terror. But they're leaving.
that's what Praetor wants. So long as they keep moving away,
Hmm.
he won't follow,
Okay.
but he will keep his sword out.
Okay. Alrighty. Um, okay. So they've left, and
Hmm.
now it is just the coterie and
Right.
Stefan.
Right.
All right. Right. Once they're out of sight,
Hmm.
Praetor will immediately go back to where Stefan, or not Stefan, where Matthias was
Hmm.
dropped,
Okay. He is still
making
there,
sure.
and
Good.
he is still knocked out.
Good. That's what I will stay with him.
Okay.
Frankly, Praetor doesn't give a rat's behind about Stefan. So
Probably not. Yeah.
No one seems to except for Iskra. So,
I
yeah.
know. Yeah. Poor guy. Yeah.
okay.
All right.
So you have Matthias. Um, there's been a lot of shouting. So you when
We don't.
Oh, go
We
ahead.
don't want to move him right now.
Mhm.
We can't really move him
No.
right now. We want things to calm down for a bit, but we also don't want his
Right.
friends to come back here.
Right, right. Well, your options are you could try to take him behind Nightshade. You could try to go into Nightshade, try to break into Nightshade, or just literally just stay put and
I
just,
think we'll go behind Nightshade for now.
okay,
That's get us out of sight, or
okay,
even out of the alleyway, or something where they might not someplace they might not look quickly.
okay,
Right.
At least want to get there and hide for a little bit before we move on.
okay.
So
You,
I'll let I can probably carry him without too
yes,
much trouble. I don't
yeah,
need the girls for that.
yeah.
Right.
Yeah, you can take him behind Nightshade. You take him back into the dark shadows behind the building.
Yep.
Hildegard and Iskra follow with a
Mm-hmm.
with a with a weeping Stefan into the shadows, and there we will end the episode.
Wow.
Dun,
And
dun,
that is
dun.
and that is the conclusion to season two. I want to thank everyone who's been listening so far. Thank my great players. I hope everyone's enjoyed the season, and we will be back soon with season three. Thanks, everyone, and have a great night. Bye.
All right. Bye.